With the University of Emery men's basketball team winning streak continuing after their win in Sioux Falls on Saturday against Minnesota State in quarterfinals, the men have advanced to the semifinals where they will take on MSU Moorhead on Monday night. Isaac Berkey is there to tell us more.
Well, guys, last night here in Sioux Falls, the recent trend for the Marauders of being in really close games continued as it took overtime to knock off the Mavericks by 5. Now, throughout the course of the second half, it kind of had the feel of the meeting a couple weeks ago in Bismarck, where Mankato came back, took the lead in the final minutes, and ended up winning that one. However, the Marauders were set that history was not going to repeat itself last night.
I think our poise was good at the end of the game. You know, we had our best players ready to make plays and step up when we needed them to. Obviously, Q makes the shot to go take us to overtime, and then in overtime, Brian, Devin, and Q all stepped up and made plays, and then the whole group made plays defensively just to get stops and contest shots and finish possessions with rebounds. So,
like we had a lot more energy coming out from the start and finishing aggressive at the end. A lot of guys was just ready to play and just ready to come get a W.
The Marauders had just a light shoot around this afternoon, nothing intense ahead of tomorrow's semifinal game against MSU Moorhead. That one's going to tip off at about noon, and I'll have more on that matchup as well as more from Coach Cattell and from junior Ricky Suggs coming up tonight at 10. From Sioux Falls for NBC North Dakota Sports, I'm Isaac Berkey.
Now, since the men are on the road and play on Monday, there will not be a Marauders Weekly tonight, but there will be a show next week. Now, with a 16-14 overall record and 4-8 in conference, the United Tribes women's basketball team put itself in a position to host the Region 13 championship game. Dakota County of Bottineau earned the other spot in the title contest with a win last night. The Thunderbirds hosted this game today, and early on in the first quarter, the pass to Darby Deckert, she gets this three-point basket with the Lumberjacks leading by 4. And then coming up here with the breakaway, Michaela Peltier with the Thunderbirds. She takes this one to the basket to then tie the game. Jacks again, this time Chelsea Delbert. She drains this three to put the Jacks up 21-11. And then in the second quarter, Teray Briggs, she's there for the inside 2. The United Tribes would come back to win after a 20-point deficit, beating DC Bottineau 75-69. Trey Briggs would finish with a double-double with 32 points and 14 rebounds. Now, with the Dickinson State women's basketball team sitting at number 24 with a 23-7 overall record, their only nemesis in the North Star Conference would be Jamestown, who is the number 9 in the country. Now, the other 2 times that Dickinson State has taken on the Jimmies, they lost. They faced each other one last time this season for the conference championship game, where the Blue Hawks played the Jimmies much closer, but they weren't able to get the win. Jamestown beat Dickinson State 65-63 with Jessica Buck hitting the game winner at the buzzer. Now, a North Dakota hockey team played for a national championship today. The Lumberjacks from Dakota County at Bottineau faced the number 1 seed for the junior college title. Erie is that team that eliminated Williston State, but the Jacks were able to get the 4-3 victory. The tournament was played in New York. Now, the UND men's hockey team is notorious for winning games, having great teams, and placing players in the pros. Well, after its sweep over Omaha this week, the Fighting Hawks have won their 17th conference championship. UND will wrap up their regular season against Western Michigan.